across the Middle East and far beyond. He ordered the violent assault on the American embassy in Baghdad, and you saw this was the anti-Benghazi. We got there very quickly. We got there very quickly. This is the exact opposite. We did it exactly the opposite of Benghazi, where they got there so late. All they saw when they got there days later were burning embers from days before. That's all they saw. We got there very early. We saw what was happening. I saw what was happening. I said, what's that all about? And that was going to be another Benghazi. Had they broken through the final panels of glass, they were breaking it. Had they gotten through, we would have had either hundreds of dead people or hundreds of hostages. That wasn't going to happen. And I called up our great generals. I said, get them over there now. And one of our leaders, one of our really admired people, said, sir, we'll have them there tomorrow. I said, nope, get in the planes right now, have them there immediately, and they got there immediately. Fortunately. But he directed the recent rocket strikes that wounded 4 American service members, badly wounded, and killed an American citizen. That was just before we happened to hit him. Soleimani was actively planning new attacks, and he was looking very seriously at our embassies, and not just the embassy in Baghdad, but we stopped him, and we stopped him quickly, and we stopped him cold.
This is funny, but it's right to the point.
About, let's say, in a couple of days. Oh, sure, come on over. Now, we got a call. We heard where he was. We knew the way he was getting there. And we had to make a decision. We didn't have time to call up Nancy, who was not operating with a full deck. Now they want us to call, can you imagine calling crooked Adam Schiff? He's so crooked. He's so crooked. Shifty Schiff. Say, gee, Adam, how you doing? Listen, we have the world's #1 terrorist, killed thousands and thousands of people. We'd like to set up a meeting so we can discuss his execution. Would you be willing to meet? Well, I won't be able to make it this week. Well, you know, he's traveling fast. We got him lined up, Adam. You little pencil neck. Nine inches. He buys the smallest shirt collar you can get, and it's loose. Now, come on, Adam, we got to meet faster, Adam. We got him lined up. We got to take this guy out. We're not going to have another shot at him maybe ever again. But I can't make it now because I'm trying to impeach Trump. I'm trying to impeach him. Even though he did nothing wrong. By the way, did you see I did nothing wrong? They don't even know what the hell is going on. In fact, it's so weak, she doesn't want to put in the articles. It's so weak. They're so pathetic. They're so pathetic.
There you go.
So they want us to call.
I know he makes fun of it, but it's asinine. Take this guy out, get it done. General said, no, we'll have him there next day. No. Trump says, get him on the plane now, let's go. And they take him out. It's decisive action, not screwing around. Here Trump talks about the numbers here in a moment. We'll tape this. People meet 10, 11,000 there.
Of dishonest media people like I have never seen in my life before. They write things that they know are wrong. They write, if you watch for the last 3 years, think of it. And then they get Pulitzer Prizes, but it turned out to be all wrong. How do you do that? They get Pulitzer Prizes for being wrong. The Pulitzer Prize doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing. I mean, I'm going to tell you about the Nobel Peace Prize. I'll tell you about that. I made a deal. I saved a country. And I just heard that the head of that country is now getting the Nobel Peace Prize for saving the country. I said, did I have something to do with it? Yeah, but you know, that's the way it is. As long as we know, that's all that matters, okay? That's all that matters. I saved a big war, saved a couple of them. But under my administration, we will never make excuses for America's enemies. We will never hesitate in defending American lives. And we will never stop working to defeat radical Islamic terrorism. Never.
There you are.
And nobody's done it like we've done it. And it's we. It's we. It's not me. It's we. It's a whole movement. There has, by the way, never been a movement like this. You know, outside, I don't know what this place holds, like 10, 11,000 people, right? Outside, you have thousands and thousands of people that want to get in. There's never been a movement like this. There's never been a movement like this.
No, he speaks a great truth. There's never been a movement like this. The nation is waking up. We don't want socialism. We don't want liberalism. And we don't want idiot politicians that have their head up their ass. Excuse me, but that's just ridiculous. Playing politics, people are dying. People are trying to create wars, trying to steal tax money and funds and abuse and fraud. This crap needs to be stopped. It's criminal. Anyhow, there's so much going on. So much. But 10 or 11,000 inside and several thousand people outside wanting to get in. There you are. You can't even fill a schoolhouse with the Democratic stuff. It's ridiculous. The party sucks.
And I'll tell you, maybe I'm wrong, but this is bigger than it was in 2016 because in 2016 I said what we're going to do, but now I've completed more promises than I've made. I mean, I've actually completed more than I made.
Wow, he says he's actually completed more promises than he made. This guy's a worker. He's a commander. And he is a go-getter. He's an executive that really gets things done. Now we're going to finish this off with sanctuary cities and the crap and foolishness there. We need to get that cancer out of this country and stop it. Paying for it with tax dollars is ridiculous.
China devalued their currency, and they put a lot of money into the pot. We're not paying for it. And now they're starting to say, I guess he was right. And our trade deficit, as a result, has really come substantially down. It was just in the papers today. The trade deficit has come down. As a result of our actions, steel mills all across Ohio, you know this better than I do, are roaring back to life. JSW Steel is investing $500 million in Mingo Junction. Republic Steel is reopening the Lorraine Mill that they idled in 2016. Charter Steel is building a $150 million mill in Cuyahoga Heights, and Nucor is investing $85 million at a facility in Marion, Ohio. Think of that. Think of that. The steel industry was dead, and now it's vibrant. All told, American steel companies are currently making $13 billion worth of new investments all across our nation. Think of that. They weren't investing 10 cents. The industry was dead. Now it's vibrant. After years of rebuilding other nations, we are finally rebuilding our nation. We are finally putting America first. But while we are creating jobs and killing terrorists, the Washington Democrats are wasting America's time with demented hoaxes and crazy witch hunts. Think of it. From the day I came down that escalator, it started. Who the hell else could have taken this stuff, right? Do I get some credit for that? Most guys would have been in a corner with their thumb in their mouth saying, "Mommy, mommy, take me home." These are bad people. The Democrat politicians we're fighting today are the same ones who took a sledgehammer to Ohio jobs and factories. They destroyed your factories, they destroyed your jobs. But they're losing and we're winning, and America's comeback continues full speed ahead. On no issue have Democrat politicians more thoroughly betrayed the American people than the issue of illegal immigration. Far-left radical politicians support deadly sanctuary cities, demonstrating their contempt, scorn, and disdain for everyday Americans and the American family. These jurisdictions release dangerous, violent criminal aliens out of their jails and directly onto your streets, where they are free to rob, attack, and kill American citizens. But we stop it. They want open borders, can you believe it? And because of Democrats' open border policies, they want open borders. They want people flowing. Come on in, come on in. Innocent Americans are being brutalized and murdered by illegal alien criminals. As just one example, right here in Ohio, you all know about it. An illegal alien went on a deadly crime spree, attempting to rape a 14-year-old girl, then raping and murdering a 60-year-old woman, then shooting another woman who took a shortcut through the park and was walking with her children. And finally, the police came. We love our police. And they were able to apprehend this terrible criminal. Thanks to Democrat policies, MS-13 gang members, they're the worst, were allowed to infiltrate the country. You know, I called them animals, and Nancy Pelosi said, "They're not animals, they're human beings." Take a look at what's happening to her district. Her district is one of the most disgusting, dirtiest. It used to be one of the best in the country. Now it's a disgrace what's happened. Drug needles all over the place, the homeless that they're not taking care of, tents down major thoroughfares. What happened to San Francisco, and in particular, her district, as she lives in this beautiful house. But they terrorize our citizens, including killing their victims with machetes, MS-13. They kill them with machetes. You know why? Because it's more painful than using a gun. Federal authorities recently discovered and rounded up more than 20 vile MS-13 gang members in central Ohio, and they will be sent to jail, or frankly, if they hold them, I don't know that they hold them, they're going to be sent the hell back home. Last year alone, ICE officers, who, by the way, are heroes. These are brave people. I don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Let's see, you could do it. You could do it over there. You could do it. Most of you want to. I mean, I've seen it. They have these people, they're like killers, and our guys are here, and they run. They call them nests. They have nests. And they run and they're swinging and punch. I say, what the hell kind of a job is that? That's what they do. They're tough people. They're great patriots. Who the hell wants to do it? They're incredible. ICE. And they get scorned. And we take out thousands and thousands of MS-13 members every single year. They throw them into the back of a van, and we get them the hell out of our country. But ICE officers worked with Ohio police to remove 1,200 dangerous criminal aliens from your street. And, you know, all your streets. You see the difference now between what it is now? Do we have a problem over there? Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time. Good. Thank you. Great job. Thank you. Don't forget, these people here, unlike you up there, these people have been waiting for 3 days. So they're going to be, I don't know. You know what? If I had to wait 3 days, I think I like your seat better. Okay? I like your seat better. But Democrats stand for crime, corruption, and chaos. Republicans stand for law, order, and justice. That's really the way it is.
We're going to leave it there. There's so much more to this than I can say. But we are in a civil political war, a moral war like never before. And this man is standing up to some of the worst legal problems, political problems that we've ever seen. And it's going to come out. It's going to come out this spring, this summer, this fall, for elections. And I think he's going to win bigger than he ever has, even in 2016. It's Roger Mark from Village, Montana. Good day.